What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, as for the highlights in this video, I'm going to go over even more summer 2025 Air Jordan release dates. There's quite a few. Some of them you see in the thumbnail. As well, we have an in-hand look at the Air Jordan 9 Olive. I do know some people have been asking about that. Now, there's a lot more from Jordan Brand. From Nike, we have a ton of news. Nike is really stacked in this video. And then we have one thing from New Balance. And now, let's jump into the news. Jack Harlow announced that his New Balance 1906R collaboration will be released on October 4th, 2024. Now, with this announcement, there was no additional details like the retail price, where exactly they'll be available at least at the time of recording. I'm sure information will continue to develop as we get closer to October 4th, which is this Friday. More than likely, they will release via the New Balance website since we do have the official photos from them. But for now, October 4th is the release date and no retail price as of yet. In spring 2025, Nike Skateboarding will release a new colorway of the SB Dunk Low, which is known as Black, White, and Gum. Now, although this pair will release in spring, this is a shoe that will be restocked throughout the years, so once they sell out or sizes start to get low, Nike SB will make sure retailers, or I should say skate shops, have more pairs incoming. But for this pair, like the nickname suggests, it features a black, white, and gum light brown colorway. It features a mixture of leather and suede on the upper, with white on the swoosh, laces, tongue branding, and Nike on the heels. Finishing the look is a gum rubber outsole. So no specific release date, but spring 2025 is when they'll start to be released, and the retail price will be $115. We have a new upcoming colorway of the Nike LeBron 22. This one is known as Moonlight. Now, the details are somewhat slim on them. However, this pair is said to celebrate Chinese National Day, which is celebrated on October 1st, but they're not going to drop until November, so I'm not too sure about that. Anyways, the official colorway is white, Volt Glow, Medium Ash, Hot Lava, and Wolf Gray. Now, I actually really like this shoe. It's very clean. It features white perforated leather on the upper with black synthetic materials on the panels, and then if you look closely, it features a wave-like design. Volt outlines the shoes and then connects to LeBron James' signature on the heels, and then we have an iridescent swoosh on the lower part of the shoes, while Chinese characters appear by the heel, and then on the medial side, we have a yin and yang lion head. The photos also showcase the box, so you'll be able to check that out as well. Now, as for the release details, this pair is expected to drop on November 1st, and the retail price will be $180. Alright, so this is going to be a quick update. Tom Sachs and Nike are once again collaborating with a new release in 2025. This will be on the NikeCraft Mars Yard 3.0. Now, some of you may know, some of you may not, that Nike and Tom Sachs have released quite a few pairs of shoes, and then there was a bunch of allegations that came out that, for lack of a better term, inappropriate things were happening in the office. But all this stuff came to light, and then Nike put a halt on collaborations, and that happened in 2023. Now, since the recent announcement, it seems that some people were a little bit upset that they're once again collaborating, but it doesn't look like that's going to change anything as far as Nike is concerned. I really don't know what happened after the allegations, I'll be honest. I don't know if there was anything additional that came out, but for now, we do have the Mars Yard 3.0 dropping, and one of the first colorways, at least for now, there could be more, will come dressed in natural, sport red, maple, cell, and black. And no specific release date for the 3.0, and shown is just a preview photo of the inside of the tongue. They're going to drop sometime in 2025, but the retail price is going to be $275. That's pretty steep. But let me know your thoughts about Tom Sachs and Nike once again collaborating. This is a pair that I cannot wait for it to release, and this is the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 Racer Pink. Now, months ago, I announced that the shoes would be releasing in 2025, and then maybe about a month ago, we saw a first look of the sample pair. But official images just leaked, so it gives us our best look yet. And this pair features a white, racer pink, light smoke gray, and coconut milk colorway. So once again, it will have aged details like the hot lava pair. I don't mind it. I know some people dislike it. And this was an original colorway, but when it was originally released, it was a women's exclusive. Now in 2025, they'll drop in men's sizing. Also, these are labeled a quick strike, so more than likely that means they're going to be limited, probably around the same amount of units as the hot lava pair, which I know a lot of people were upset about missing out on the hot lava, and I feel like it's going to be the same situation for the racer pink pair. Now, when they originally released in the 90s, they were known as fluorescent pink, so just a bit of a name change, but overall, everything looks on point with the exception of the age detailing. But as for the release details, this pair will drop on January 16th, and the retail price will be $150. Alright, so now we're going to get into release dates, and the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike Dunk Low Co.jp. What the? So prior to this, we just knew that the shoes would be released sometime during the holiday 2024 season, but now we have a release date, which will take place this month. Now, the What the theme combines multiple pairs, part of the Be True to Your School series. For example, we have Syracuse, Michigan, St. John's, and Kentucky. This pair was released in 2017 exclusively in Japan, but now they're going to release in the United States and other parts of the world on October 19th. Also, the retail price will be $125. The Nike KD4 Ant Pearl has been delayed. Now, I do know a few spots that are still holding raffles for them to drop on October 3rd, which would be today. However, I don't actually know if they're going to follow through with the release because they have been delayed. So, as for the new release date, this pair will drop on October 25th, and the retail price will be $130. The Nike Kobe 5 Protro X-Ray also has a new release date, originally supposed to drop on October 31st. The new release date is October 17th, so they've been pushed forward, which is probably a good thing for those who want to wear them on Halloween. You'll be able to get them well in time before the actual day. Also, the retail price in men's sizing is $190, and then grade school sizes will cost $120. Alright, so the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Metallic Copper was expected to debut in October, but that isn't going to be the case. Now, we do have a release date. Before that, we didn't have a specific date, just expected to drop in October, and the actual release date we have for now is November 1st. I know a lot of people are waiting for this pair to drop. It's definitely nice, it's clean. And it's kind of crazy because it looks like foams are making a very strong comeback, something I did expect to happen with some of the nicer colorways that they're bringing back. And the retail price on these will be $240. Alright, so for some exclusive news, I have a big update on the Nike Air Force 1 Skate, spelled SK8. And this will be Nike's upcoming skate shoe of the Air Force 1. Now, initially, this pair was thought to be part of the Nike SB line, but it's not. These are going to be available at boutiques. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to drop at skate shops, but they have modified the shoe for those who want to skate in them. They'll be better equipped. Now, I do have additional details, and the shoes will feature a padded tongue, kind of like the Nike SB Dunk Low. As well, Nubuck will wrap the toe and heel, and that will be for, doing kick flips and things like that. And according to Nike, they'll have skate-inspired laces, which basically means the laces are a little bit thicker. And then some of the pairs will have a mini swoosh by the toe. Now, that really isn't anything part of skating. They just wanted to add that in. Now, the 3 colorways shown is what is expected to release. I did see them. Now, they could change, but this is what the 3 will look like for now. Now, the official colorways for the 3 is Stadium Green, White, and Stadium Green. That's obviously for the green pair. And then we have Photon Dust, Psychic Blue, White, and Gumlight Brown. And the third one will feature a white, and black colorway. Now, there was a fourth one, but I didn't get the details on it as far as the specific colorway and stuff. But basically, that pair featured a black, white, and gum colorway, kind of like the Nike SB Dunk Low that I talked about earlier. Now, all 3 colorways are expected to drop summer 2025. And the retail price in men's will be $120. They'll also drop in grade school for $100. Now, the Psychic Blue pair will be a men's exclusive. overall, I think these are pretty dope. I liked what I saw. I saw a sample version as well, and that looked really nice. But let me know your thoughts on the Nike Air Force One skate down in the comment section below. A couple days ago, somebody sent me a DM showing me a preview of the Nike Air Foamposite Pro Wolf Gray, and I liked them right away, but it wasn't the best preview. It wasn't like a full look. It was kind of cut off, so I wanted to wait until we had better images, and thanks to Jay the Sneaker Guy, we now have a full first look, and man, these are really nice. So this pair features a wolf gray and black colorway. Now the overall look is pretty straightforward. We have gray throughout and then black detailing. But what I think is pretty cool is that the gray on the Foamposite shell is actually 3M reflective. So we do have a photo showing that off. And I'm happy to see that the Foamposite Pro is actually returning because I believe the last time they dropped was in 2021. So it's been a while. I'm also a bit surprised that these didn't leak sooner because the release is just around the corner. They're currently expected to drop on October 23rd. And the retail price is said to be $230, although it could be $240. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on this pair down in the comment section below. I briefly talked about this pair in a previous video, but yes, the Nike Air Diamond Turf Ravens will return in summer 2025. Now, I did post this yesterday, and I posted it on IG, and some people were upset at me saying, these aren't the Ravens. Deion Sanders wasn't playing for the Ravens when this shoe released, and that is true. This pair originally released in 1993. This is also an OG colorway, so they dropped in 1993 and in 2010. However, this is what Nike is calling them. I saw a picture of the shoes, and right above it says Ravens. Right next to that is the love letter to Connie. So they were showing off both pairs, and don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to tell you what Nike is calling them. Now, they're going to look just like this, so just like the OG. And yes, these aren't as popular as the Atlanta Falcons pair, but this colorway is still nice, and I plan on 100% picking these up as well as the Falcons. The 2025 pair will feature a black, white, club purple, and metallic gold colorway. Metallic gold will hit the netting on the panels. They feature mainly black throughout, constructed with nubuck, and then minimal hits of purple. So these are caught for me. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, as for a specific release date, unfortunately, I don't have one, but summer 2025 is when they're expected to drop, and the retail price will be $150. Alright, moving on to Jordan Brand, and official images of the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Howard popped up, giving us our best look yet. Now, I should be dropping a short on these probably Friday or Saturday, more than likely Saturday. I've had these in hand for quite some time. They're really nice in hand. I see why people like them. Quality on them is pretty good as well. Honestly, I have no real complaints other than it would have been dope to have the actual Howard logo, since this is something Jordan Brand is releasing inspired by the school. They are dropping Howard apparel, so I definitely would have liked to see the logo somewhere on this pair, but they feature a white, gym red, midnight navy, neutral gray cell in muslin colorway. It looks like these are only going to drop in men's sizing on October 12th, and the retail price will be $140. We have some on-feet photos of the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low OG Velvet Brown. Now, in my last video when I talked about these, I don't remember exactly when, I said that I was not a fan of them. I'm still not a fan of them, but I did receive some feedback that people are fans of them, they like them, and more power to you. If you like them, that's cool. You don't have to worry about me going after a size 10 or 10.5. I'm definitely avoiding this release, but ultimately we just have the images to show how they look on feet. And as for the colorway, they feature dark mocha, black, and velvet brown. Now, as for the stock and all that stuff, that isn't known just yet. I know the medium olive pair, they had a ton of stock on them. I saw a lot of people hit, but like always, you know, you're going to have some people who miss out. I did go for them, although I wasn't a fan of them. I planned on hoping to get them and then trade for something that I really wanted, but I missed out on the sneakers app, and that's okay. But for this pair, they're going to drop on December 21st. They're going to be available in full family sizing. So we have men's priced at $150, preschool will cost $60, and toddler sizes will cost $50. In spring 2025, K54 will drop another collaboration with Jordan Brand, and it's going to be on the Air Jordan 1 Low OG. Now, the image used is just a mock-up. We don't know how it's actually going to look. However, the colorway used is black, tour yellow, and chili red. Now, in the past, K54 has worked on the Air Jordan 1 multiple times, including the Low, but to my knowledge, this will be the first time that it's a Low OG. Prior to this, the other collabs just featured the Jumpman logo on the tongue, as well as the K54 branding. And for those that don't know, K54 is a yearly street ball tournament in Paris. Now, I'm not going to lie, I hope they don't look like this. I'm not a fan of this, but of course, the mock-up was just done to represent what is potentially coming. And shout out to Sneaker Market RO for putting together this mock-up and having the info. Now, as for the additional details, spring 2025 is when they're expected to release, and the retail price will be $160. Some new images popped up of the Air Jordan 6 Doernbecher. Now, it's still unknown who designed this shoe, but what I'm hearing is, and it's pretty obvious, that it's going to be a women's release. Now, with these new photos, we have some new details, obviously, to go over, and the shoes will come in a mismatch theme. One pair will feature a blue shade on the base, while the other features pink. Pink will be on the midsole, mostly on one pair, and then we'll have teal-like shade on the other midsole. They'll also come with special packaging, and the packaging is like the Tekken Nike Air Foamposite 1. It'll come with a strap in order to secure the shoes. Also across the toe box, we have embroidered Give Life. They come with a bunch of laces, which I feel is pretty dope, and then we have metallic gold details. These images, they're not great as far as the quality goes, but they're better than the first image we saw. We can definitely see that there's more details going on, and I'm sure on October 18th, that's when Doernbecher will officially unveil the collection. We'll know who designed this pair, the inspiration, and all that good stuff, as well as the rest of the collection. Now, I do feel like she did a good job. It's not something I would personally wear, but I definitely would pick them up for my daughter. I think she would like these a lot. Now, as for the actual release date, unfortunately, we don't have one. It's possible it's either November or December, and the retail price is said to be $200, although it could be higher than that. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down in the comment section below. I've been getting some questions on the Air Jordan 9 Olive just because there hasn't really been too many updates. We did see a first look, but they were product images that leaked. I believe it was from either Size or JD Sports. But still, people want to see others who traditionally get shoes early have them in hand, because that means that they're still on track to release. And yesterday we received our first in-hand look, which I'm going to go over here. So I will say that the images shown here, the overall look is better than the product shots. I do believe they're closer to the OG compared to what we saw from the product images. The shade of brown used was really dark. Here, it's lighter, closer to olive, and even then, this could be due to the lighting. It could still have like green undertones. But overall, I am happy with them. I'm happy with the shape. Jordan Brand has been doing the Air Jordan 9 justice. I mentioned this plenty of times, but around 2000, I think 11 or 12-ish, Jordan Brand was releasing a ton of colorways of the Air Jordan 9. The shape on those, the materials, garbage in my opinion. But these look good. Everything else pretty much looks on point. They will feature Nike Air branding on the insoles, Air Jordan written across the tongue, the globe on the heel, and the number 23 embroidered. Unfortunately, there's no images of the packaging, but it should have OG packaging. Now, these are expected to be a GR, so a lot of pairs are going to be available, and currently they're scheduled to release on November 16th for $210. Also, they're going to be available in full family sizing. It's just that I don't have the retail price breakdown for grade school, preschool, and toddler just yet. In my last video, I went over summer 2025 Air Jordan release dates, and there was a lot left out and people were asking about those shoes. So I thought, why not cover those shoes in this video? Now, most of these I have covered in previous videos, but they're scattered throughout, not in one single video. Also, I do plan on dropping a huge video of all 2025 Air Jordan releases, and that will be towards the end of this month, and that will probably be a real long one. But the first pair I'm actually going to talk about is a shoe that had a release date for May 31st, but has been scrapped, and I have no idea why. This is confirmed. The Air Jordan 1 Low OG Rust Pink will no longer release. Now, I have no idea why. I'm sure there's going to be more pairs scrapped. I don't think any OGs will. I am hearing some stuff that some shoes have been delayed into different seasons, and once I have 100% confirmation on those shoes, I definitely will make sure to update you. But unfortunately, this pair is no longer releasing. This was an accurate mock-up, as you know. The Air Jordan 1 Low OG will start to be released with a larger swoosh. But unfortunately, we have to start off in a negative light and talk about a shoe that was scrapped. So it's really unfortunate because this colorway is actually clean. I like it. Maybe down the road, we'll eventually see them be released. Now, before I start talking about this shoe, let me run it back for a second. I'm not going in any particular order. As far as when the shoes will be released, I'm not going in that order. I'm going into order, I guess you could say, my least favorite to the most anticipated release. And the next pair I'm going to talk about is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Washed Teal. Now, this will be a women's release, and this is a mock-up. We don't know how it's actually going to look. And if it looks anything like this, I don't understand why this pair wasn't scrapped and not the rust pink. Because personally, I would rather have the rust pink be released. But that's just my opinion. Now, as for the release date for this one, they'll drop on June 18th, and the retail price will be $140. We have another Air Jordan 1 Low OG. This one is known as Phantom. Now, the image used is just a mock-up. We don't know how it's actually going to look. However, they will feature a Phantom, Chili Red, Moon Particle, Black, Muslin, and Coconut Milk colorway. Also, this pair will have a larger swoosh. That part is confirmed, as well as they're expected to have aged details. Now, as far as the blocking goes, could be something totally different. And as for the release date, this pair is scheduled to drop on April 26th, and the retail price will be $140. All right, moving on from the Air Jordan 1, we have the Air Jordan 11 Low Igloo. Now, this is another mock-up. We don't know how it's going to look. This pair will also drop in women's sizing, and the official colorway is white, white, and igloo. Now, they could look something like this or something totally different, and as for the release date, this pair will drop on June 7th for $190. Trophy Room will release another collaboration in 2025, and it'll be on the Air Jordan 6. Now, there's some rumors that there's a second colorway. I have yet to confirm the second colorway, but for the pair that will be released, will feature a white, crimson, black, and court purple color combination. Now, we have no idea what it's going to look like. That's why I have a silhouette here and just a background of Trophy Room. I didn't even want to try to do a mock-up on this, although it kind of has like Lakers vibes to them, which could be the inspiration for the shoes. We just don't know. In 1991, the Bulls beat the Lakers to win the championship, which was Michael's first championship. And since Marcus Jordan loves to do storytelling, that could be some of the inspiration here, although it's not confirmed. Anyways, there should be more details coming soon, and they're expected to drop on June 13th, and currently no retail price. We have another women's exclusive release, and this is the Air Jordan 4 Aluminum. Again, this is a mock-up. We don't know how it's actually going to look. However, if they look like this, I definitely would buy a pair. Now, the official colorway on this pair is white, aluminum, blue tint, and oil green. I feel like this pair should be released in both men's and women's sizing. Again, that's just my opinion, and that's of course if they look like this. But as for the release date, May 3rd is when they're expected to drop, and the retail price will be $215. Not too long ago, we received a first look at the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air, and I did go over the release date, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to go over it again here. Now, this pair features a black, chili red, neutral gray, military blue, and coconut milk colorway. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am a big fan of this colorway, and what is unique about this shoe is the Nike Air on the heel. So, on the right heel, it'll be backwards. The left heel will point the normal way, but I'm not sure the inspiration behind this. I'm not sure why they're doing it. I do know some of the Rare Air stuff that they are doing features some unique detailing. For example, we have the Air Jordan 1 High OG Rare Air Deep Royal Blue. That will feature the Air Jordan and Nike Air on the wings logo. So they're doing unique changes. Now, this pair is currently scheduled to release on April 12th, and the retail price will be $215. The Undefeated Air Jordan 4 is part of Jordan Brand's Summer 2025 collection, and this pair will drop in June. So, there's going to be two versions, one with a Jumpman on the heel, the other with Nike Air. Now, it isn't known how these two will be released. If one is a friends and family, if one's going to be more limited than the other, it just isn't known. But what would be cool if they did some sort of mystery box style, so when you bought the shoes, you kind of found out which pair you got whenever you opened it. Kind of like what they're doing with the Air Jordan 4 Rare Air. You know, I thought a lot of people would want the pair with Nike Air on the heel. That's the pair I want, but it seems that a lot of people actually want the Jumpman on the heel, and that makes sense because when it originally released, it had a Jumpman back in 2005, but honestly, I'd be happy with either or. Now, as for the release date, this pair is currently scheduled to drop on June 28th, and the retail price will be $225. This is definitely a pair I can't wait for it to be released, and that is the Air Jordan 5 Grape. This will definitely be one of my top pairs for summer 2025 to pick up. Not only that, just to wear. And for those that don't know, this is an OG colorway, released back in 1990. They first retroed in 2006, which was part of Jordan Brand's lifestyle series. So when they dropped the shoes back in 06, they also dropped matching apparel. We saw this pair also drop in 2013. I believe around that same time, we saw the Black Grape Air Jordan 5 release. A lot of people want those to return. That was a nice colorway, and I hope eventually we see them return, but no details on that just yet. And the last time we saw the shoes release was in 2018. That pair is also known as Fresh Prince because they lacked laces, and the release was to celebrate Will Smith's 50th birthday. But yeah, I'm definitely grabbing a pair when they drop in 2025. I do own the 06. I also own the 2013. I don't own the Will Smith pair. Wasn't really interested in them. But this one, definitely excited for. They will feature Nike Air branding. So this will be the first time that I own the Air Jordan 5 Grape with Nike Air branding. Eventually, I'm going to get the 1990 pair one day. But as for the release date, this pair will drop on April 19th. And the retail price is expected to be $210. Also, just something extra, they are going to release in full family sizing, although I don't have the retail price breakdown for grade school, preschool, and toddler. They will come with OG packaging and thinner padding on the ankles. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. As well, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, for new videos this week, I'm going to drop another short either tomorrow or Saturday. I'm not too sure. Also, I'm setting up my recording area so I can start doing reviews. Gonna have some new backdrops, some new stuff. I did receive the 14s. I also just picked up the Black Toe Reimagined Air Jordan 1. I'm thinking about doing a review on those too. I'm a little hesitant, but we'll see. Now for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.